Hello, this is Julian with Sanatio Strauss and www.CannabisOils.ca. I am running around a bit like crazy today and thought I would make a quick video. I actually made this video already, but I'm still trying to figure out this whole camera thing. What my video, the next installment that I want to make is going to be sort of a fundamental question, and it's a question that I've failed to address thus far, and I should have probably started with. And that question is, why do we want, why would we be advising anybody use cannabis? Or to put it, as sort of a meme, I guess, for it, would be, why should we be smoking pot anyways? So I guess we start that with the question, why would we be advising our mothers, our fathers, and our sisters, and our children to be smoking pot? And I would like to start with by saying we shouldn't. Smoking cannabis is probably the least effective a delivery mechanism for cannabinoids, and that provides one of the lowest bioavailabilities. So smoking cannabis is not something that we as an industry should be overly representing. Now, if you have severe pain or you need a cannabis for its analgesic properties, right? If you're dealing with severe traumatic pain or threshold pain, I do understand that a high dose or a high level THC cannabinoid or cannabis plant is a fantastic delivery mechanism in regards to smoking. And I understand that a lot of people with prior experience with cannabis who sort of stumbled across its medical capacity through recreational use of the plant find that as, the delivery mechanism that they want to use. And if that's the case, great. I have none of us in the medical cannabis industry should have an issue with recreational cannabis for the simple reason of why do we do drug tests? Why does the Canadian Food and Drug Administration and the FDA and the US demand drug tests? Because we're looking for the harm, the possible harm that can come from a medicine. And we know in 6,000 to 8,000 recorded years of use of cannabis that there is no harm. Your side effects are possibly a bit of disinhibition, possibly empathy. Side effects, things of the nature of smiling and being more pleasant with your loved ones when dealing with a chronic illness, or with any sort of a terminal illness as well. So again, with the irrefutable facts on the table that cannabis doesn't harm the body, and when you delve into the science that even as a preventative measure, recreational cannabis is far better than an aspirin a day. If you actually understand the science behind cannabinoids, then a lot of the official testing requirements for a drug, we don't meet that threshold. There is no burden of potentiality of conflict with the human system, right? So again, back on track. So why should we be smoking cannabis? Well, ideally we shouldn't. If we want to, great. All the power to you. Again, coming back to a basic understanding of cannabinoids, a basic understanding of the scientific information. If there's one thing that I hope these videos do, if there's one thing that I hope this information does, for my patients, my clients, the caregivers that work with us, and for the general public, it is as sort of a incentive to prove me wrong, an incentive to read a book, an incentive. We're looking for people to question everything I say and do your own research. If there's anything that our society could use right now at this point in time, it would be an incentive to read a book. I mean, if you think about the people that came to this continent to set up a new life, to put together some kind of a functioning democracy with a minarchist view of government, they all had a copy of the Bible and a Shakespeare tome on their mantle. I mean, these were the two books that everybody came here with. And they understood the allegory, and they understood the metaphor, and they understood the meaning and the depth. They could read Shakespeare and comprehend it. I don't believe as a culture that would be an expectation that we could realistically have anymore. So again, read a book. Again, get involved in your community. So again, this is Julian Strauss from Sanatio Strauss and www.CannabisOils.ca, and I am looking forward to hearing from you guys, from anybody who's out there listening, in comment sections.